Shalom, shalom. Let's give all praise and honor to the Most High Power. I'll be Howard and the son of Mashiach Yahushai. Boy Zacharias coming at you real quick. I just want to give a shout out to all my brothers and sisters in this truth, all the elders of Israel, laboring in truth and sincerity, bringing in the flock, teaching all statutes, commands, commands. Shalom to y'all. All right, this one's going into, if you know what you worship, they sure do. Because these entities that rule the planet knows exactly who they worship and who their gods are, right? And we need to know who our God is. And this is a depiction of our God, right? So understand that when we say our power be power, this is the image that comes to our heads. Now, we're not bowing down to this image, but understand that this is what the power who created heavens and earth, the depiction looks like. Because we're going to get into the gods that rule this earth and how they look like and how they rule it. All right, without further ado, we'll jump into the Copyright Act 1976. I don't own none of this. It's not for monetary purposes whatsoever. All right, so let's jump right into it. I'll hit you out with a quick script. Start off with Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 23, and it reads, "For whilst they slew their children in sacrifices," right, or use secret ceremonies. Understand that a lot of this goes into rituals, right? And this sacrifice of children is for the god Moloch, right? Or made revealing of strange rites. Now, that word rites is funny because you're going to watch a clip and do a commentary, and you're going to see the different rites and where they go back to. And it's not even going to go back to where we think they go back. It's going to go further than that. All right, so I'm going to jump into it, show a clip, and do some commentary.
Mason insignia on the front.
So be clear, this is a Bible, a Masonic Bible. Check what's inside of it.
This is a Freemason insignia on the front.
But what really shocked me the first time I picked this up, sun god, Ra, Amen.
But they do feature Egyptian gods and goddesses, which is kind of interesting because, being Catholic, a Roman Catholic in my case, we're not taught that these gods exist, but they clearly have them shown here. So
they clearly exist because these people worship them. You understand? And they have their own Bible that they take excerpts of our Bible because that's the one true power, and they worship their God. See, when you understand this thing, there's only one power source on the earth. And that's why the Bible is such a powerful book, but people don't understand it because it's written in parables. Parables is another word for riddles. That's why they put symbology out there, because people see it and they don't know, because a riddle is the highest form of communication. That's why Yahushua spoke to the disciples in riddles, which are parables.
Now just go to the pictures in the back. The Egyptian gods and goddesses. More Egyptian gods and goddesses.
Babylonian crap mixed in here.
I thought this was interesting. The soul revisiting the body.
Ani was rich enough to have a really awesome Book of the Dead, I guess.
There's an obelisk. Well, that was Osiris's penis. That's worship for fertility. Phallic worship, yeah.
Which you see in the Washington Monument and other statues all over the world.
Be able to share it with anyone that watches the video.
But then you flip to the back, and there's all this Egyptian, Babylonian account of the building of the walls and temples of Babylon.
Honduras, the king of Babylon, on some kind of plate.
Now this belonged to Brother Edward Black. Was initiated November 10th, 36. He passed and then was raised.
So when you understand why they have a Bible that goes into hieroglyphs and writings and stuff like that, you're going to understand why they have this on the back of the dollar bill. Now, a lot of people watch this and they'll say, oh, the New World Order and all that, but that goes into the New Enterprise. And the reason why they have this is because of the sun god Ra, which a lot of people know. What a lot of people don't know is why is there 13 bricks going up to an all-seeing eye, right? And I'm going to break this down for y'all. That 13 has to do with sundial worship, which was the ancient Babylonians did, and the pre-flood entities did, right? Now, what you're going to see is a clock, but the clock really is flat. And then you got, I'm not saying the earth's flat, I'm just showing you the depiction of it. But you have the 10, the thing by the 10, that's the sun, and the thing by the 2, that's the moon. But what I want to show you is these arrows and how they do stuff. 11 and 2 is 13, 10 and 3 is 13, 9 and 4 is 13, 8 and 5 is 13, 7 and 6 is 13, 12 and 1 is 13. That's going to sundial worship. 13 is akkad. That's how they say it in their rituals. Now, if you understand the pyramid has 4 walls, and up to the 4 walls it makes a cone. This is the same thing you're watching. 12 and 3 is one side, which is a triangle. 3 to 6 is another one. 6 to 9, right? And then 9 to 12, which is 4 walls. And on the top of that 4 walls in the middle, you get that all-seeing eye, which is the sun god Ra, but which they tap into. That's why in Job 5 and 12 it says he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise, because that's what this goes into, right? Novus Ordos Scholarumus, new enterprise, our new enterprise. Now, this thing goes way back, brothers and sisters. Understand this thing. This thing goes back even to the pre-flood days. Because what people don't realize is that when the Lord came, the Lord destroyed the earth in a military occupation. It wasn't just a flood and 8 people went in. The Lord broke apart the earth. That's why you're going to see lost cities of what they call Egypt. But these are not Egypt. These are ancient civilizations prior to Egypt. These are civilizations before the flood. The Egyptians came there. They met these structures built already. They didn't build no pyramid. Be clear. That's why there's pyramids in Grand Canyon all over the planet, because that was the ancient world prior to the flood. And when that flood happened, it broke apart the earth, which was one, into pieces. That's why John says in Revelation 21, verses 1 and 2, I, John, saw a new heaven and a new earth, because the first heaven and the first earth passed away. The same thing happened 6,000 years ago when Noah and them came out. It was a new earth and a new heaven. Because why? Noah and them was the heaven of rulership, and the earth was broken up, right? That's why you're going to see all these underworld pieces all over the world, right? You're going to see these statues all over the world, right? See, Egyptian underwater. Look at that, underwater. It's rarely mentioned in modern books. Nothing was consequently known about the city until recent discovery. You understand what I'm saying to you? You're going to see other parts under the world. These parts in Malaysia, right? Or parts in Indonesia, which is, Indonesia means islands of India. And that in that west coast area there, you're going to find all these ancient worlds that's underwater that the Lord destroyed, right? They ever asked yourself, how come in the last 3,000 to 4,000 years you don't have no technological advances, right? The Romans used horse and carriage. The Egyptians used horse and carriage. The Persians used horse and carriage. Even the modern day Europeans use horse and carriage. Until the 1900s, then you get car, plane, train, rockets. In 1 century, the earth just went from horse and carriage to basically technology that you can't even fathom, because that's the old world that's coming back into the new. That's what that whole thing is. Our enterprise is new. We build a new world we did in the past prior to the flood. And just like the Lord destroyed it back in the days, the Lord's coming to destroy it now. A new heaven and a new earth. And that's going to be us, right? It's a little quick one. I just want to hit y'all with that. Hope y'all got something out of it. It's your boy Zacharias. Love y'all, man. See y'all next time. It's been the Lord's will. Yahweh Shalom.